Good morning all. In our today's class we are going to discuss the remaining problems of atoms chapter. Actually this is the last session of problems. The remaining problems will be sent as a homework for yourselves. Now the next problem which I am going to discuss is calculate the Rydberg constant capital R if the wavelength of the first member of a Lyman series is 1215 angstrom and hence find the wavelength of the third member of the Balmer series. Once again I'll repeat the question. Calculate the Rydberg constant if the wavelength of the first member of the Lyman series is 1215 angstrom and hence find the wavelength of the third member of the wavelength of a Balmer series. This is the question is like. Actually what we have to do is we have to calculate the Rydberg constant of a Lyman's by using Lyman's series, and we have to calculate the wavelength of a Balmer series of a third member. Now let us see how we can deal with this problem. For that initially we have to write the given constants. The only given constant is wavelength of a Lyman series, that is lambda 1 Lyman. This is equal to 1215 angstrom. What is the value of angstrom? That is 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. 1215 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. Actually this is the wavelength of a Lyman's series. Now here what we have to calculate is Rydberg constant. How we can calculate that? For that we have to write the values of N1 and N2 here. Here in case of lambda 1 means that is first two orbits of a Lyman series. For that N1 is equal to what? 1 and N2 is equal to 2. Here we don't know the value of Rydberg constant, that is why we have to calculate Rydberg constant here. Now the formula for Balmer series is 1 divided by lambda is equal to, this is in case of Lyman series, 1 divided by lambda is equal to capital R into 1 divided by N1 square minus 1 divided by N2 square. Actually this is the formula. In case of Lyman series, N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 2. For that we have wavelength value here, that is 1215 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. If we substitute that value here, 1215 into 10 to the power of minus 10 is equal to R into 1 divided by 1 square minus 1 divided by 2 square. Now we can calculate this thing, that is R into 1 divided by 1 minus 1 divided by 4. Okay, if 2 square is equal to 4, if we just take out the LCM of these two terms, what we will get here, that is R into 4 into 1 is equal to 4, 4 ones are 4, 1 ones are 1. Actually this is how we are calculating. What is the actual value of this? That is R into 3 divided by 4. Actually 3 divided by 4 is nothing but 0.75. Okay, 3 divided by 4 is equal to 0.75, and we have 1 divided by 1215 into 10 to the power of minus 10 is equal to R into 0.75. Actually this is how we are calculating. If we send that 0.75 to the other side of the equation, what it will become? It will again comes and multiplies with 1215. 1215 into 10 to the power of minus 10 into 0.75 is equal to R. If we calculate or multiply 1215 with 0.75, what we will get here is, that is 0.0001097. 0.0001097. Here we have 10 to the power of minus 10, and what we will get here is 10 to the power of plus 10. This is equal to R. Actually, what we have done here is, we have multiplied 1215 with 0.75, and again we have divided 1 divided by something. Okay, then only we will get this value. 10 to the power of minus 10 is sent to the numerator, then it has become plus 10. If we send 1, 2, 3, sorry, this is not 3 zeros, this is 1 0. Zero 0.001097 into 10 to the power of plus 10. If we send this point right side to 3 terms, then what it will become? 1, 2, 3. 1.097. If we have 3 points towards the right, then it will be 3 numbers is going to cancel in the power of this number. Then it will be 10 to the power of plus 7 into R. This is the actual value of R. That is, R is equal to 1.097 into 10 to the power of plus 7 per meter, or meter inverse. Actually, this is the value of a Rydberg constant. We have calculate the value of Rydberg constant from Lyman's series. Okay. Now, what we have to do is, we have to calculate the value of a Balmer series wavelength. Okay, for that, what I am going to do is, we have to consider first wavelength. Actually, we don't know the wavelength, that we should find here, and we know the value of R. R is equal to 1.097 into 10 to the power of plus 7 per meter. Okay, what is the value of N? N1 is equal to 2. In case of a Balmer series, N1 is equal to 2. But in the case of Lyman series, N1 is equal to 1. But here, what he has asked is the third member of the Balmer series. Actually, the third member of the Balmer series is equal to 5. Because in case of Balmer series, if we consider this as a Balmer series, this is the ground state of a Balmer series, that is N is equal to 2. N is equal to 2 is the ground state for Balmer series. This is first member, second member, and this is the third member. The third member of the Balmer series is equal to fifth orbit. That is why we have written N2 is equal to 5 here. If we substitute all these things to the Balmer's formula, what we will get here, that is 1 divided by lambda is equal to R into 1 divided by 2 square minus 1 divided by 5 square. Actually, here we have directly substituted the values of N1 and N2. Actually, we can substitute the value of R, but it is a waste. I am going to substitute the value of R later. Okay. Next, 1 divided by lambda is equal to R into 1 divided by 4 minus 1 divided by 25. Now, if we take the LCM of these two numbers, what we will get? That is 25 into 4 is equal to 100. 25 into 1 is equal to 25. 4 into 1 is equal to 4. What is the value of this? 25 minus 4 is equal to 21. 21 divided by 100. 21 divided by 100 will be 1 divided by lambda is equal to R into 21 divided by 100, because 25 minus 4 is equal to 21. Actually, 21 divided by 100 is equal to 0.21. This is equal to 0.21. 0.21. R into 0.21. What is the value of R? That is 1.097 into 10 to the power of plus 7 into 2.21. If we calculate these two things, what we will get here? Actually, what we want here is lambda. So, if we want lambda, then we have to send this to the denominator. Then this will be 1 divided by, actually the multiplication of 1.097 into 0.21 is equal to 0.2303. Point 2303 into 10 to the power of plus 7 is the value of multiplication of these two. Then what is 1 divided by 0.2303? Actually the 1 divided by 0.303 is equal to 4.3421 into 10 to the power of minus 7. If we send this 10 to the power of plus 7 to the numerator, then it will become minus 7. Actually this is the value of a wavelength of a Balmer's third member series. Okay, this is 4.3421 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meter, or we can write this as 4342.1 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter, or 4342.1 Armstrong. This is how we have to calculate the problems. Actually this may ask your examination for 5 marks. This type of problems is the most probable questions in your examination. Please be aware of it. And the next problem is, it is experimentally found that energy of 13.6 electron volt is required to separate a hydrogen atom into a proton and an electron. Okay, it is experimentally found that the energy of a 13.6 electron volt is required to separate a hydrogen atom into proton and an electron. Calculate the orbital radius and the velocity of the electron in the hydrogen atom. Okay, what we have to do here is that is we have to calculate the value of a radius, that is r. R is equal to what, and velocity, that is orbital velocity of an electron. That we should find out here. Let us see how we can do that. And the given constants of this problem is, that is E is equal to 13.6 electron volt, but here we have to convert this electron volt into joules. For that what we have to do? We have to multiply the whole thing by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Then it will convert it into a coulomb. 13.6 into 1.6 is equal to 21.76 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. Actually this is the value of a energy required to separate the proton and electron in an hydrogen atom. This is the amount of energy required to separate the electron and proton in an hydrogen atom. Next, what we have to calculate here is small r. Small r is what? That is radius. Radius between the nucleus to the electron, and v, that is orbital velocity. Orbital velocity that we have to find. For that we have to, if we want to find the value of r, which formula we have to find the value of r? That is En is equal to Z ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R. ZE square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R. Actually here this is not 4, this is actually 8. 8 pi epsilon naught into R. Actually this formula was given by Rutherford. Okay. From Rutherford nth energy of a hydrogen atom derivation, we have this formula, that is En is equal to Ze square divided by 8 pi epsilon naught square into R. Okay. By using this formula, what we have to do is, I'll do some slight modification in this expression. What is the slight modification which I am going to do is, I'll consider this energy as E, and here what we have is 4 into 2. 4 into 2 means I'll consider 4 pi epsilon naught as an individual term. Here I am going to consider that as 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, I am considering this as a 4 into 2. Only in that 4 into 2 I am considering 4 pi epsilon naught and 1. 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into Ze square divided by 2 into R. 2 into R. This is how we have modified our energy expression. That is E is equal to Ze square divided by 8 pi epsilon naught into R has become 1 divided 4 pi epsilon naught into Ze square divided by 2R. If we again reshuffle the expression, 2 into 4 is equal to 8 pi epsilon naught R, Z into E square into 1 is equal to Z square. Actually the expression will be the same. What is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught here? Actually we know the constant of a 1 pi 4 pi epsilon naught, that is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. The value of, sorry, this is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Actually we know that constant. If you have any doubt, you have to substitute the values of pi and epsilon naught here. What is the value of pi? That is 22 divided by 7, or you can directly consider this pi as 3.142. Okay, then epsilon naught is what? That is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farad per meter. If you substitute pi and epsilon naught value here and you have to divide that by the whole constant, then you will get 9 into 10 to the power of plus 9. Okay. Here what we have? Z. The value of Z is equal to 1 in the case of hydrogen atom, because the number of proton inside a hydrogen atom is equal to 1. That is why we can consider this Z as 1. 1 into, what is the charge of the electron? Charge of the electron is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Actually we should know the constants. Okay, charge of the coulomb is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. The Z, that is atomic number. Number of protons in an atom is equal to 1. In hydrogen atom is equal to 1. Here what we have is 2 into R. Actually we don't know the value of R here. Okay, that's why we have to keep that value, keep that as it is. And we know the value of E. What is E? E is equal to 21.76 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. If we substitute 21.76 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules, and again if we reshuffle this expression, what we will get here is, that is what we want here is R, and I'll send this R to the other side of the equation and this 21.76 to the other side of the equation. Then it will become R is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into 1.6 into 1 is equal to 1.6 only. 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb whole divided by 2 into 21.76. 2 into 21.76 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. here 10 to the power of minus 19, 10 to the power of minus 19 gets cancelled. And the only remaining thing is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into 1.6 divided by 2 into 21.76. If we do all these things here, okay, if we calculate all these things, what we will, sorry, here I have done some mistake. This is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole square, because we have e square here. That means this is not 1.6. This is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole square. This is 10 to the power of minus 38, 19, and the remaining thing is 10 to the power of minus 19 only. Okay, 38 minus 19 is equal to 19 only. 19 plus 9 is equal to minus 10. Then the value of radius will be approximately equal to 10 to the power of minus 10 order, because here we have 38. 38 plus 19 is equal to minus 19. Okay, minus 19 plus 9 is equal to, again it is minus 10, and the value will be around the order of 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. If we multiply 9 into 1.6 into 1.6, and again we have to divide the numerator by 2 into 21.76, will be, that is approximately 0.5294 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. Actually, this is the radius of the hydrogen atom. Sorry, this is the radius between center of the nucleus to the first orbit of a hydrogen atom. This is the value, that is 0.5294 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. Now, what we have to calculate is orbital velocity. For orbital velocity, what we have to do here is, that is kinetic energy. If the electron is moving around the nucleus is, that means it has some velocity, that is due to kinetic energy of the electron. Kinetic energy is what? That is half m into v square. Half m into v square. Here we don't have any potential energy thing. Okay, that means kinetic energy is equal to total energy of the system. Kinetic energy is nothing but total energy of the system. That is why we can consider this kinetic energy as 21.76 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. Now, if we substitute the value of kinetic energy as energy is here is, that is E is equal to half m into v square. What we want here is v only. That for that, what I'll do is, I'll do some changes in this expression. If we send this 2 to the another side and m to the another side, it will become v square is equal to 2e divided by m. Okay, v square is equal to 2e divided by m. If we substitute the values of e and m here is 2 into 21.76 into 10 to the power of minus 19 and whole divided by, what is the value of m? M is mass of the electron is equal to 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. Mass of the electron is equal to 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. Here m means, that is me, mass of the electron. This is velocity of the electron. Okay. That is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg is equal to v square. Now, if we calculate this thing, what we will get here? 2 into 21.76 divided by 9.1. That is approximately equal to 4.7284. 4.7284 into 10 to the power of 12. That is equal to v square. If we multiply 2 into 21.76 and again we have to divide the whole numerator by 9.1, what we will get here is 4.7284 into 10 to the power of plus 12. Here we have minus 19, minus 31. If it is comes to the numerator, that will be plus 31. Plus 31 minus 19 is equal to plus 12. Okay, that's why we have written directly 4.7284 into 10 to the power of plus 12 as the velocity square. But what we want here is v, not v square. For that, what we have to do, we have to take a square root of these two constants. That is 4.7284 into 10 to the power of plus 12 square root. The value of 4.717284 is equal to 2.1868. Square root of 4.7284 is equal to 2.1868, and square root of 10 to the power of 12 is equal to 10 to the power of 6. Actually, the value of a velocity of an electron around a nucleus is equal to 2.1868 into 10 to the power of plus 6 meter per second. This is how we have calculated the value of radius and velocity in an hydrogen atom. Actually, this is the energy required to separate the proton and electron in a hydrogen atom. By using this constant, we have calculated the value of radius and velocity of the electron easily. Please go through this. This kind of problems is very important for your exam point of view. Okay. And the next problem of our atoms chapter is calculate the radius of the third Bohr orbit of a hydrogen atom and the energy of the electron in that orbit. Given H is equal to 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. E is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. M is equal to 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg, and C is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Once again I will repeat the question. Calculate the radius and of the third Bohr orbit of the hydrogen atom, okay, and the energy of an electron in that orbit. Given H, E, M, C. These are the given constants. Okay, here what we have to calculate is, we have to calculate the value of a radius of a third orbit in Bohr's hydrogen atom. Okay, in Bohr's hydrogen atom, we have to calculate the third hydrogen orbit's value, that is R3. Here we have to find out the value of R3 and energy in that orbit, energy of the electron in that particular orbit. For that we have to calculate E3, energy of the electron in that particular orbit. For that, what we have to do here is, they have given some given constants, that is M, mass of the electron is equal to what? 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg, and velocity of light is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and H 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second, and the remaining is EC. E is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. These are the given constants from our problem. Now let us see how we can simplify this problem. Actually, here what we have to find out is radius of a third Bohr hydrogen atom. For what is the expression for hydrogen atom? That is R is equal to what? That is epsilon naught n square h square. This is for nth radius of orbit. Rn is equal to epsilon naught n square h square divided by pi m into e square. Actually, this is the formula. Rn is equal to n square h square epsilon naught divided by pi m into e square. This is the formula for nth radius orbit of a Bohr's hydrogen atom. Now here what we have to calculate is the third orbit, that is n is equal to 3. Orbit is equal to 3 here, that is R3 is equal to, this will be what? Epsilon naught into n. What is n? The value of n is equal to 3. 3 square into epsilon naught. What is the value of epsilon naught? Epsilon naught is equal to 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farad per meter, and this is 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 34 whole square. 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 34 whole square, and if we divide by pi, 3.142 into m, mass of the electron is equal to 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg, and charge of the electron is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 to the power 2. If we calculate the terms like this is n is equal to 3, 3 square is equal to 9, 9 into 8.854 into 6.63, again 6.63, if we multiply 6.63 by 2 times and that with 8.854 and into 9 is equal to, will gives the value of a numerator, then again 3.142 into 9.1 into 1.6 into 1.6. Here we have to multiply 1.6 by 2 times. 1.6 into 1.6 into 9.1 into 3.142. That will gives the value of a denominator. If we multiply numerator and denominator, and again we have to divide numerator by denominator, then the actual value we will get here is, that is 4.78 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. Actually, I have directly written the answer, that is the radius of a third orbit is equal to 4.78 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter, or we can call this as 4.78 Armstrong. This is the value of a radius of a third orbit of a hydrogen atom. Actually, you have to calculate all these things. Okay, I have directly written the answer here, but you have to calculate, then you will get a answer 4.78 into 10 to the power of minus 10. Now what we have to do is, we have to calculate the energy of that particular orbit. Which orbit? Third orbit. We have to calculate the energy of the third orbit, that is En. En is equal to what? From Bohr's atomic model, that is minus m e to the power of 4 divided by 8 epsilon naught square n square into h square. 8 epsilon naught square into n square into h square. Actually, this is the formula for energy of a nth orbit of a hydrogen atom, that is En is equal to minus m e to the power of 4 divided by 8 epsilon naught square n square into h square. Now if we substitute the values of these constants, what we will get, that is n is equal to 3 in this case. N is equal to 3 here means we have to write minus as it is. M is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg, and E is equal to what? 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 to the power 4. Here we have to multiply 1.6 by 4 times. Okay, not we have to multiply 1.6 into 4. That is not the right way. Okay, 1.6 into 1.6 into 1.6 into 1.6. We have to multiply 1.6 by 4 times. Again multiply with that by 9.1. Okay. Then here what we have is 8. We can write that as it is. Epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12. 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 whole square, because here we have epsilon naught square, and n square. N is what here? That is 3. 3 square into h. H is what? That is 6.63. Actually 6.625, we know that. But here he has given that as 6.63. That's why we have to write that as it is 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. This is also square. 6.63 into 10 to the power of minus 34 whole square. Now we have to calculate these things. 6.63 2 times, 8.854 2 times, and 3 2 times. 3 3s are 9. 6.63 into 6.63 into 8.854 into 8.854 into 8. Okay. If we multiply all these things and divide the whole thing, what we will get here is, that is approximately minus 2.4 minus, because we have minus sign here, we have to retain that as it is, minus, if we multiply all these things and divide that by the denominator, what we will get here is minus 2.4 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. Okay, here what we have got here is minus 2.4 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. But we have to keep that answer in electron volts. For that, what we have to do? We have to divide the whole thing by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. From joules to electron volts, we have to divide the whole thing by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. If we do that, what we will get? That is 10 to the power of minus 19, 10 to the power of minus 19 gets cancelled. And here we have minus 2.4 divided by 1.6 is equal to minus 1.5 electron volts. Minus 1.5 electron volts. Actually, we can easily verify this answer. How? Because we know the energy of each electron orbit. Okay, energy of each electron orbit. For first orbit, that is minus 13.6, and the formula for nth orbit is equal to En is equal to minus 13.6 divided by n square. For first orbit, n is equal to 1, that is minus 13.6 electron volt. For second orbit, n is equal to 2. 2 means that is 4. N square is equal to 4, 2 square. 13.6 divided by 4 is equal to minus 3.4, that is for second orbit. And for third orbit, E3 is equal to, this is n is equal to 3. Here that is n square. N square is, that is 3 square. 3 square is equal to 9. 13.6 divided by 9 is equal to 1.5. So we can easily verify whether the answer is correct or not. Actually, minus 1.5 electron volt is the right answer of a energy of a third orbit. Here we have calculated the radius of a third orbit, and the energy of a third orbit is equal to minus 1.5 electron volt. Actually, these kind of problems are very important from your exam point of view. And the remaining problems I'll send as a homework to you, that you have to do by yourself. Thank you. Actually, this is the last problem of your problem session. I won't do anything related to problems, and from tomorrow onwards we can discuss with the CET questions. Okay, thank you all.